Like they have a VCA, a Vienna Challenge or something,
right, yeah,
with 8,000 euros on the table. So these guys actually have a scene going, and they have great players. Hopefully Raaban is able to show some good stuff out there, rocking that Inkling in that game 1.
Yep, there's the Inkling. On the other hand, we do see Zone with the tried and true Palutena. He has tried other characters like Pokemon Trainer, eventually settling for the Palutena. Very good, very wise pick. And Raaban already pushing Zone into the corner. Zone is a very weird player. I believe I would call him a methodical player, but sometimes he just kind of throws out a lot of hitboxes.
Yeah.
So he has a little bit of a mix-up in terms of like pacing.
All right.
Raaban, on the other hand, a very, very button-heavy player. Look at that.
Does look like it, yeah. Going straight ham into Zone's shield right there with the jab, finding damage plus the damage buff that the jab offers.
Exactly.
Inkling.
Jab, one of Inkling's best moves, and talking about jab, that's one thing, but we already see Raaban throwing out a lot of side Bs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And
another one of them, and I mean, they're not quite connecting, but they're not getting punished either.
Both of them respecting each other very much. Both of them going in, denying.
Another roller.
Yeah.
Trying to the back throw. Yeah.
Great back throw. Now this is a scary spot against Palutena, who's got all that stuff going for
the roller into the up air. So many rollers, man, and they're not getting punished.
That's crazy. But I really like what Raaban did there. I do not agree with Zone's decision though. Going for that down smash there, overextended a bit, and sleeping out there, getting caught by the up air. Well, this is going to cost him quite the lead as well. Let's see if he can even it up soon.
Not
that
quite
neutral,
enough. Yep. Oh, but the explosive flame, Raaban rollering again, and that is the roller punish. Zone finally catching on just like that. The explosive flame is going to deny any of Raaban's buttons that he was going to go for.
Great
Zone,
stuff by,
yeah, he fast fell in there a little bit too early.
Great stuff by Zone. Now back into the game. With the classic neutral edge change that we saw. And catching the jump with the up air. Can he keep the pressure on?
Raaban so insistent on landing on the stage. Stop landing on the stage for Palutena, but he gets away with it and gets the punish as well. Zone just not playing on point right there, not reacting very well to Raaban's movement.
All right, now Zone back into the advantage stage. He's been doing so well so far. Let's see if he can deny the landing though. No.
Not a
there
roller.
are quite a few moments where Zone is just not taking the right option, not covering the right option, and letting Raaban get back into the neutral too easily. If you
That's what I was saying. Like Zone is a methodical player, but sometimes it's just something goes wrong in the brain, and he just goes ham with some kind of wacky read. We saw him forward smash on a normal getup as well.
Yeah,
this wasn't quite working out, and
I understand. But maybe the playstyle from Raaban is just appealing to that kind of playstyle for him. Like having Raaban pressing so many buttons,
yeah,
you want to go against.
Punish it, right?
You really want to get into it too, but I mean. Maybe with Palutena you could just sit back, use the back airs and all these great tools that have great range and great hitboxes in order to, keep your opponent away for a bit.
Explosive flame getting punished by the bomb. 170 on Palutena, that is going to do it. Raaban with a pretty decent lead. If Zone can get the down throw back air, that would be huge, but not all Palutenas can even do that. Actually, dash attack is going to lead to advantage state, but no good follow-up right there. Just kind of whiffing moves left and right instead of waiting patiently for the right positioning. The platform is going to break up the nair, but Zone with the follow-up all the way to the end. Raaban, once again, he's pressing buttons while he's floating to the stage. He needs to be ready to air dodge that explosive flame.
Yeah. Because Zone came in and killed him exactly in the same way. Put him off stage with a neutral air and ended the stock with the explosive flame.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is something once you've seen it, you are supposed to be able to react to it.
Oh yeah. Actually, funny story, I reacted fast. So I was air dodge into it. Because I air dodged too early.
I get you.
It's very reactable. There's the neutral air into the neutral, into the back air. Good straight by Zone. But he's bleeding right now. The tech chase into the up smash, and Raaban takes game number 1. Very hard fought right there. A lot of back and forth by both players. I have to say, like, personally, I do not like this type of gameplay that both players are going for. There's a lot of buttons coming out and a lot of situations in which both of these players can get so much more mileage out of their gameplay if they would just react.
Right.
But they're not reacting. They're playing so methodically, and then they get the hit, and then suddenly that all goes out the window.
It's a button space.
It all goes out the window. It's like, I got the advantage state. Let me get this roller.
It is my combo video now.
Yeah, exactly. But the roller only. Okay, so there's. Let me monologue for a little bit.
Yeah,
because I think this is very important and very interesting to hear about. A lot of players think about the risk-reward of a move.
Right.
So there's a risk involved if it goes wrong, and there's a reward if it goes right, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you roller on their shield, the worst thing that happens is they neutral out of shield. Sometimes you don't even get punished directly, right? And the best thing that happens is you get a kill. Then it's amazing risk-reward, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But the factor that they don't consider is the success rate. So I always look at moves in a risk-reward success rate kind of way.
Yeah, you add this
extra
this
variable.
Yeah.
And the roller does not have a higher success rate.
No, it did look like the 5 first ones just did not connect.
They all missed. Every time you miss a roller, you give up time and space, right? You give up your resources. So, yes, there's very little risk. Yes, there's very high reward. But the success rate is near 0.
Yeah,
so why would you do it?
I agree with that one. The up smash though.
And I feel like that's where both these players go wrong. They have methodical gameplay, it goes very well, and then as soon as they get the advantage state, they go for moves that would be great if they hit, but they nearly never hit.
Right, that only makes sense. Great
nice
stuff. Nice analysis from Ramses. Now getting back into the game, we can see basically the same thing, but finally Zone is able to...
Look at that! That's so dumb! That shouldn't work!
It is!
That's fucking stupid! That was stupid, that shouldn't work!
I completely agree with that one.
It has a success rate of 1%!
Right, no, 50%. 50% there.
Okay,
that's a great
he tried it once. He tried it once and it didn't work.
Yeah, but he has to know about it though. Like, he actually saw that gimmick happen once and he still jumped into it.
That's the stupid thing, like, usually your success rate increases as you get a read on the player.
Yeah.
But he tried this before and it didn't work. So why would you try it again? But I mean, I cannot complain because it did work. So that was a good move by Zone and that is going to get him in that lead. Will he make it back? Yeah.
Just suddenly make... Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. So we're confused as to is it a 200 IQ play or
0
IQ again. The mix-ups, the IQ mix-ups. All right, now Zone in a tidbit of a lead and playing a tidbit more methodical again, right? He's finally using the projectiles on that stuff. But
look at that smash!
Yeah,
that's exactly what we're talking about. Like they get the 2 good up airs and then they transition into the up smash. Yeah, exactly. And if they just kept up the methodical play, just reacted to the defensive option, and let roller. It was cross stage.
Yeah, look at there is the whole yellow paste in there, showing the shame. Just
I'm sorry for the viewers at home if it feels like I'm flaming these players.
Yeah.
Because I do think like they're playing very, very well. If they are playing the methodical, like this is good neutral.
Absolutely.
This is good neutral.
They're
spacing well. They're mixing up full hops. They're using platform movement as well. Mixing up their timings. It's very smart.
Yeah.
It's just the moments that count. They let their opponents go just like that.
Yeah,
he had a juggle.
And
it resulted in
another one.
Roller is not an approach.
Yeah. It is not supposed to be, at least. But yeah, great. I mean, I do agree that they're neutral when they're in. They're very good.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, this kind of stuff also from Zone, using like the wave bounce. I'm not sure. Yeah,
very smart.
The wave bounce, very smart to cover your recovery there on stage. But then you have this kind of stuff happening over and over again. Raaban,
like he would have gotten more reward if he would have, for example, like the opponent was on the ledge, instead of going for the roller on the roll read, he could have just kept the opponent on the ledge again and again, and eventually gotten that KO with the back throw or whatever.
Right. Push it.
But he did find it. And that is going to be a minor lead here for Raaban. It's going to be up to Zone to get that KO before Raaban wrecks too much damage on his fresh stock.
All right. Raaban pushing quite a bit of a lead there, making it very hard to get through the back air wall there, and finally comboing from the back air into the jabs.
Grab into the up air. So much damage. Look at Zone's stock. It's at 90 already.
Wow.
And Raaban has been untouched. Just that dash attack ever since the respawn. And there is the roller getting punished with the back air. Zone playing methodically, patiently, waiting for that YOLO option.
Absolutely.
And Raaban giving it to him.
Yeah, I really like that option as well. The execution was clean. You wave landed and then got the back air drop there. But Raaban with an answer now. Zone will need to find one of the Nair strings. Raaban most likely very aware of that one. But again, going in with the roller, giving Zone exactly what he was looking for.
Yeah.
Can Zone make it back into the game?
The whip on the forward smash. Raaban is forcing the KO here. There's the back air, and I'm calling him.
What an unfortunate situation. The bomb snipe coming in, and Zone was not ready for that one. Got stage spike. This is a 2-0, and Austria is popping up.
Very well done by Raaban. Just at the end of the day, I mean, okay, So all things considered, I know what I said. If you can get away with throwing out that many rollers, you should.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because it helps you win,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
If you you should, but if you so if you want to get better at the game, I think a playstyle that focuses on low risk options with the highest chance of succeeding is optimal. And then that is your plan. That is your game plan, right? It's your strongest option. So that's Inkling back air. That's one of their strongest options, right?
Yeah.
Greninja Water Shuriken. You see